Hello everyone, Daniel Yuck here. Thank you all for tuning in today. I appreciate you. Today I would like to review this silicone hand right here from a tattoo company called Wormhole. I will leave links in the description below so you can go ahead and check this product out on your end. With that being said, in this video we're just going to go ahead and take an up close look at it. We're going to see how this specific material responds to tattoo ink, how it cleans up, and anything else in between that I feel I can go ahead and help you with along the way. With that being said, let's just dive straight on into this. And again, this is going to be from a company called Wormhole. Let's go ahead and take it out of the bag here so that way we can take a better look at the product itself. So as you can see, I've reviewed some silicone limbs, so I have a little bit of experience with fake skins and fake hands, and I even have a fake foot that I've tattooed also from Wormhole, which I've done a review on. Be sure to check that out. I'll leave it up here in the video somewhere. One thing that I will say that I like about this one is that this one has more of a wrist as well, because typically the hands that I've tattooed in the past and right around here, so they cut off like right around here, so you just get the top of the hand and the hand right here. You don't get this area right here, which is a big deal to me. So that's one thing off the top that I do like about this specific hand right here. It does have some weight to it per usual. Typically any fake hand or foot does have some weight to it, so I can only imagine how much the real skin head weighs. But as you see though, let me see if I can show you this product up close. Let me actually zoom in and focus so that way I can show you the skin textures as well. So you can see all of the textures from the molding that this was made in, and the molding captured all of the skin textures well. Let me show you upside down here as well. Let me show you the palm so that way you can see all of the textures and everything from the hand. It's all there, so therefore when you're tattooing, you're gonna get that real skin-like feel. Nothing is ever like human skin, however these products are really close. One of my main concerns upon using any silicone product is how the product wipes away. Like, so for example, we're going to use the top of this right here to go ahead and just pull some lines to see how this specific material accepts the ink, but not only that, how it wipes it away right here shortly. So we're going to get to that. Let me thoroughly show you all the product up close though, so you can see right here. Very nice product. Very clean. It does feel of quality. It does not feel cheap at all. As you can see, there's some branding there. So this is the hand right here. Overall, it definitely feels great. As you can see, in comparison to mine, it is a life-size hand. So therefore, we are going to be able to get a work out of this. We will be able to interact and tattoo this as if it was somebody real. So every time I approach any one of these, I always take them serious, as I want them for my portfolio. So I always go above and beyond and really do some nice tattoos and elaborate tattoos on them. And I try and cover them as much as I can. So stick around, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. I will make videos on how I'm gonna go about tattooing these fingers here. I've actually already made a video on how I go about tattooing human fingers, so you may want to check that out. But I will make videos on what I do here. For this one, I may go with a custom mandala or a sword type of design. We will get there accordingly. But for this specific video, I just wanted to review and kind of just give you all my opinion and shed some insight, as well as show you this product up close here, so that way you can go ahead and decide if this is going to be right for you to invest in on your end. And for me, I do highly recommend it, especially if you're in the beginning phases. Like if you haven't hit human skin or you're not fully comfortable, I would highly recommend to get one of these, so that that way you can go ahead and get comfortable with the motions. You can get comfortable with holding a machine and how you're going to move and how you're going to conduct yourself along the way upon applying your tattoos. So let's get into the aspect of performance. I've showed you all the product up close. To me, I would highly recommend investing into these. However, let me show you why I would recommend them. I do feel like this one also is going to be easy cleanup, and the silicone is going to accept the ink well. We are going to be able to find a dermis within this specific material. As you can see, I got a little bit of ink smudges and it came right off right there. So that's a really good indication that this is going to be easy cleanup. Let's confirm though. So let's go ahead and use this Wormhole tattoo machine. I will do an in-depth review on this one as well. The machine's by Wormhole. The wireless power supply is going to be from Mummy. And I'm going to be using a Rain 9-round shader. Allow me to just pull some lines. I'm not going to do anything serious. What we're trying to do here is just simply test the performance. Again, we're going to test the cleanup, the acceptance of the ink here. How soft the silicone is. So we're just testing some fundamentals here, or some essentials here, because what this tells me is how the entire hand is going to perform, essentially. Like if the silicone is going to be too soft and kind of just shred up, if the silicone is going to be too hard and we're going to have to really work to get that tattoo to stay, if the ink is going to smudge, you know, all of those important variables that we would want to consider upon investing into such products. So as you can see so far, it's very difficult to tattoo like this. I'm not typically tattooing like this ever, so I'm just trying to get on camera for you all. So as you can see though, off the bat, I can say that the silicone material is definitely accepting of the ink. But not only that, as you can see, cleanup is a breeze as well. It's just a simple dot of Vaseline and I just remove it away and no issues whatsoever. So therefore, the rest of this right here is going to respond and behave the exact same way. So if I were to accidentally get this dirty for some reason, then I wouldn't really mind. But as you can see, this right here is what we are left with. Let me actually just kind of focus here. And that's what we are left with. Let me zoom in all the way. As you can see though, it is accepting of the tattoo ink. We can even go ahead and pull a few more lines just to really demonstrate here. And I know this is just a mild demonstration. Again, please hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you can actually see me doing a full-blown tattoo on this and covering this here. The way I see it is these parts will never be shown upon presentation. So that's why I go ahead and do this on video with you all. I give you all some sort of action as opposed to trying to fit everything in one video. Overall, the material feels great. It definitely feels of quality. It doesn't feel cheap at all in any way, shape, or form. I'm just doing random lines here, as you can see. Just testing out different speeds and stuff like that, you know. Hopefully I'm still on camera there for you all. I apologize if I went off frame there. As you can see, I have a generous amount of Vaseline. That's a lot. I'm actually going to just put it over, smear it in to get it out, as you can see, and then we're just going to want to wipe away like so. And look at that though, the lines are very consistent. As I'm getting used to it, you can see though, the lines are coming out nice and saturated. So therefore, I have a good feeling that this is going to be capable of accepting shading and really dense lines. If you wanted to do color, the tone of the skin will actually make some of the colors pop. Like if you're gonna use purples, yellows, and reds, I highly recommend investing into this, especially if you're trying to practice color. Now, in terms of how accepting this specific silicone hand right here is to stencils, I figured let's go ahead and apply one together here on camera. The same stencil that I'm going to be tattooing, let's go ahead and just apply that here. And this one's the one that I chose. This is a custom mandala that I created, and I figured it'd be a really nice hand piece to implement and try to put on here. So it's going to be really about me and how I'm able to crease this here, how I'm going to apply this. So let me grab a pair of scissors. With some scissors, I'm going to take that and kind of cut some slits into here, so that way it creases a bit better. Okay, so as you can see, there's now slits kind of all the way around going into the design, but not cutting into the design itself. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a Scotch shop wipe, and upon pressing, I'm going to use that to kind of adhere it and help me bind it to the hand a bit better. Now, one thing's for certain is applying stencils to silicone anything, whether it's a silicone skin, a hand, a foot, it doesn't matter. It's always difficult. It's never easy. So don't be discouraged. If you mess up, just kind of go back to the chop block and try again. For the application, I'm not going to use stencil stuff because there's no actual skin absorbing the stencil stuff, so I can't reach that tacky point. So to reach that tacky point, I'm going to be using speed stick right here. And I do not use this on human skin. I don't use this to apply stencils. I use stencil stuff upon doing so. And what I'm gonna do with the speed stick for this product here is I'm just going to simply place it all around like so. And then I know that the design was coming down here a bit, so I'm gonna kind of just make sure I saturate areas more than I need, because I would rather have it covered and not need it than to need it and not have it covered. And then I kind of have to just freehand that part or imagine that part. The less I have to imagine, the better. The less I have to freehand and mess with the stencil after, the better. Make sure I'm not moving off frame here for you all. And as you can see, I'm really like taking my time, ensuring that I'm getting every single part covered here. And then I'm actually just going to kind of use this Scotch shop wipe and pick up a little bit so that way there's no tack. Not too much, because I still want there to be able to be detail, and I want enough of the stencil to stick. So once I kind of pick up enough of the speed stick that I think I should pick up off the design, off the silicone, I'm just going to grab the design and place it over. Now this part we do not want to rush, just want to be patient and calm. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this, place it over, and then I'm going to press this down. And I am going to apply pressure here, so that way I can get the design over and around everywhere that I need. And hopefully we can get it here first try on camera. Hopefully, you know, we didn't mess up too bad. If we did, we can kind of just remove the stencil, see how that works as well. And as you can see, we have a stencil. It's not one that I prefer, and it's not one that I would want to work with either, as there's a lot going on. But as you can see though, stuff like this does happen, and that's okay. That's how the design looked. Don't get me wrong, it looked great, but I didn't remove enough of the speed stick, so therefore it bled a bit. I'm sure some will probably just leave this and kind of tattoo it anyway. Now you're going to want to remove this in a timely manner, so that way you don't get any permanent stains there. I'm just going to wet this one here, one of these practice wipes. And as you see though, with some 91% alcohol, this cleans right up. No issues at all. No harm, you know, no harm done. It was definitely worth the time there to practice. It definitely was worth, you know, the I guess time that I invested to actually try to apply it. Even though I failed and didn't get it, it's fine. So even if you were to want to do that, even if you were to want to use this just to practice applying stencils, clearly we can do so. Look how it cleans up. Nothing. We can't tell that there is a tattoo here ever. That's very, very good. So that's a good thing. Let's go ahead and reprint this out and we'll try it again. So I know I stated I didn't want to actually, do any touch-ups or anything like that, but I also wanted to push myself and do an actual mandala tattoo on the top of a hand. So I decreased the size by a little bit to something a bit more appropriate, and I had some stigma skin markers that I have here from a stigma stick and poke tattoo kit. And I ended up, just kind of drawing in or freehanding in everything else that I'm going to be tattooing in there, as you can see. Overall though, I do like the performance of this silicone hand. I'm very, very excited to tattoo this into the hand there. Now, should you have any questions at all, now if I didn't touch base on anything specific, please feel free to drop it in the comments down below, and I'm going to do my best to assist you in the best possible direction. I do highly recommend picking up one of these on your end, so that way you can go ahead and get an idea of what it's like to actually touch up stencils, apply stencils, to apply tattoos to hands. I feel that this is going to teach a lot to people who are interested in tattooing something like this. There is a lot to learn from these, so I highly recommend it. Yet again, if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below, and I will do my best to assist you in the best possible direction. If you're not, I also have social medias all under the same name at Daniel Yuck, DanielYuck. I would truly appreciate your support on there. I have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell, as I am going to be tattooing this for you all as well. Thank you for tuning in yet again. You all have a great day.